Hey, what's up ladies and gents, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a new review. Behind me is the new Geely Cityray. I did a brief tour at the local premiere, but we're gonna check it out now in depth. So without further ado, let's just jump into the review and check out this beautiful and really competitive SUV. New Geely Cityray, we finally have it on test. I think in this video you're gonna see this is an amazing SUV. Now, this is a bigger brother of the Coolray I had on test. They do share the same platform. By the way, Coolray will be getting a update in 2026, so it's mostly sold out, and this is what you can get next. It's slightly smaller than the Starray. They do share the same design language and technology. Now, it's powered by the same 1.5T. It's a 4-cylinder turbo petrol producing 174 horsepower. It's a front-wheel drive linked to 7-speed automatic dual clutch. And this is the middle trim, the GF. Now, the entry GK trim, I saw it on the display in a shopping mall. It looks exactly the same. You get the panel roof, leatherette inside. It had 18-inch alloys, but this one is 19-inch. And it starts at 30,000 euros with the same spec. This one is the GF 31,500, and then you have this GF Sport for 32,500. Again, same spec inside, but just different trims. This one's already sporty enough. I'm not sure how the Sport trim looks because I haven't seen it, but very equipped SUV. Now, with the technical details out of the way, let me show you the key fob. We have the same key fob, Geely signature. You can press this button and extend a physical key. Now we have lock, unlock, hold to open or close the power tailgate. The remote start, I tried it, doesn't work. Maybe it's not enabled. Maybe it's an option, I'm not really sure. But I tried the pattern for switching it on, it does not turn on. Okay, now, we have a little bit sun, so you can see the beautiful gray metallic color. If I unlock the car, you can see mirrors unfold. We have, of course, keyless entry. Now, daytime running lights are flickering on the camera. In person, that's not the case. They do have a little pattern when they come on. You're gonna see that in the separated video night tour. Now, gorgeous looking SUV. I love the front end. I love the sharp lines on the bonnet. Let's check it out up close. So we have this beautiful gray metallic color. You can see the lens here. We don't have the fog lights on the front, but we have this lens. We have the LED by Geely. This one is connected on the front. This part goes off when you are giving a turn signal. We have beautiful grille on the front, and on the top you can see the badge in this transparent plexiglass piece. Now, sporty looking because you have this sport looking details. This is in piano black. We have a little bit on the grille. We have big air intake. Also, by the way, a 360 camera, great resolution. We have also big air intake on the bottom. The radiator is a bit exposed. I think they should have put like a little cover for protection against the stone chips, but it is what it is. We have the big radar. By the way, huge thanks to local Geely for giving me car early among press people. And you can see also piano black, beautiful design, but underneath it's unpainted black, same as this one. So as you can see, this is a little protection if you're going to unpaved road. Let me show you the front end. It really looks gorgeous. So amazing design wise. I really personally like it. And it's a beautiful family SUV. Now, let's check out the alloys. We have 19-inch. These are 235/45 R19, 5-spoke diamond cut silver on black. I'm gonna cut in the 18-inch from the car that I've saw in the shopping mall. So same design, maybe a bit more comfort because you have more tire. The suspension is comfy, not maybe French comfy, but not hard as some German cars. We have a little bit piano black there, and we have piano black side contrasting mirrors. Same with the A-pillars. These are slightly prone to scratching, so I'm not really a huge fan of that. Now you can pull the handle here To unlock the car, you can see the turn signals, you can see the cameras for 360 parking, and here you can see blind spot. Now, this design is familiar because it's from Volvo. Geely owns Volvo, so there's a lot of Volvo as well inside. But that's the only design you're gonna see from Volvo. VIN numbers here. Now you can see here on the sun heated front windshield, we have the light sensor. This is not a speaker, but it does look good design wise. We have the rain sensor and lane assist camera, double laminated front windshield. Again, you can see those heaters inside. Now on the top we have silver aluminum roof racks. You can see the tinted and openable panel roof. Now on the back we don't have a antenna, it's integrated, but that's a stoplight, and you can see the beautiful design of the spoiler. Now the handles you can again pull to unlock or touch to lock, and you can pop this one. There's a physical cylinder behind this one. Now if I back up, you can see the beautiful SUV. So it looks gorgeous. And one thing the Geely cars are missing is tinted windows on the back. Now we have a little chrome outline below, but this is the only thing you need to do afterwards. They don't have that as from factory. When the car is unlocked, you can press here, you can open this, you can put it here while refueling, and if it's locked, this will be locked as well. So if I lock that, you can see this is, one more time, oh, it's unlocked for some reason. Well, it was locked before, so let me just, oh, I heard the little click. You can see it's locked. So maybe it doesn't instantly lock, but it does lock. So that's that. Now we have a little bit of sun, but not to skip, we have real brakes on the back. We have a little regulations fooling, but let me unlock the car and show you the turn signals and the beautiful LED taillights. So these are also looking amazing. I think this one's the stoplight. It's connected in the middle, and we can see here Geely signature and the model name. You can also see the fog light from the rear. Now we have cold lights for the license plate illumination, backing camera. We also have a very sporty looking rear bumper and some sport design. So you can see we have quad exhaust, 3-strike on this beautiful sporty diffuser, and we only have parking sensors on the rear, as you can see that, but also have a fog light in the middle, and you can see here unpainted black and piano black, looking great. Now I can press to open underneath, or I could use the key fob, but look at this. I can hold the unlock button and I can lower all windows. You can see the front one is a bit faster, and I can hold the lock button or just lock the car, they will race. If I hold the power tailgate button, it's going to open up. Now I'm a 2-meter tall person, or 6.6 in feet if you're new to the channel. This opens fairly tall, it's not super tall. You can see next to a 2-meter tall person. For most of you, this will be tall enough. Now you can press to close, or you can here pull or push up to program the height. Hold this button to memorize the position. Now here you can see very spacious cargo space and very accessible. Now we have this cover, it's great, but I am not a huge fan of this design because it's quite hard to catch both of these when you want to close it up, and you have to let this go so it doesn't go up, otherwise it's going to be scratching on the top. So again, with no cover, we have 571 liters, and if you knock down the seats, 1,271 liters of cargo space. Very spacious. Seats knock down 60/40. Now on the sides we have these deep pockets. On the top we have grocery hooks on both ends. We have a cold light on the left. no 12-volt outlet in the back. Now this is mostly flat. There's like maybe 2 fingers of to the top loading area, but it's mostly flat, as I've said. You can open this up. There is 5 fingers of height, another 5 here, and another 5 at the bottom. Now potentially you can just like lower this down and push it in, so you can get that extra space. But then you can use the little extra space below on the tire level. This is the smaller tire dimension and it's more narrow. It's just until you patch your own flat. Okay, if we want to, we can pull up here and just push these down. So let me just show you that. So that's how that looks. And I'm gonna pull this one, so I have to watch to hit both of these. That's the only maybe thing, and it's also plasticky, that maybe isn't well designed, but everything else is great. The top is plain, but you can still push here. I can open this one and you can access the rear if you need to unlock it from the inside for some reason, if it stops working. So that's that. Closing sound, great, not too loud. And just look at this baby, it looks really, really gorgeous. So beautiful SUV, of course, have the wiper on the back. Now, let's open it up. So it locked itself. Before I reached the handle, it unlocked, so it's not really precise on the GFN zone, but it works. So excellent opening and closing sound. The doors open nice and wide. So I'm gonna show you the back space here since I knocked it down. And I'm just gonna push it up. You can pull this one, you saw that, so you can knock it down. Okay, the doors go all the way down. So if you're washing the car, you've rinsed off the car, this is dry, this is a bit wet afterwards. Now you can push down here to disable unlock from the inside. Design is great looking. This is plastic, but it looks like leatherette or leather. Hard plastic, same as at the bottom, but this is nice finish. This is padded and covered by leatherette. So we have gray and black tones. Beautiful design. You can hear pull to open, slowly going back. Speakers, decent sound, and big pockets, so also powered windows. Now we have a little step here. For some people it might be important info. We have these interesting all-weather floor mats, and let's check out the leatherette here. We have this orange contrast stitching with some gray contrast stitching, and we have black and gray leatherette perforated in the middle. You can see the top. We have the black roof liner. We're gonna open the shade because it closes up when you lock the car automatically, and here you can see the ISOFIX. Now let's jump inside. Well, we have plenty of feet room, plenty of knee room. I was sitting on the front, and over here you can see air vents, closed, open. We have USB-A for fast charging. Now on the front there's USB-Cs, and we have this big pocket, so it's practical. Now transmission tunnel is wide but not too tall, so potentially you can squeeze a third person. This is very soft. The seats are nice and wide. We do have a here armrest with 2 cups. They're not adjustable, but it's still a plus when you have one. You can see the back end. Of course, you can adjust these height-wise and press here to lower them. You can see a window towards the C-pillar. And overall, a great design of the interior. Now we have handles on all sides besides the driver, slowly closing. You have little hooks here that you can extend. You also have them on the B-pillars. You have physical lights, cold lights in the interior. You can see that up close. Now let's hear the closing sound. Great closing sound. Now a little view at the front. familiar from the Cityray design. Now let's get on the front and check it out. Before I forget, plenty of headroom for an average height person. If you are 2 meter tall, you will be touching the edge, but otherwise it's fine. So for most of you, you won't be touching that. By the way, great seals, great soundproof up to 130. I would say perfect at 100 kilometers per hour. So same opening and closing sound, very excellent. Front doors are slightly heavier, but small difference. Again, very good. Okay, the front is softly padded, and here you can see a little air vent for the side mirror. Speaker, same design, big pockets, same softly padded, and same opening, same power windows. You can lock the car or disable the rear, so excellent looking. Now here's the tire pressure. Pay attention if you have fully loaded car. Now we have these on the front anchored. You can see the paddles for the automatic. We're gonna pop the bonnet a bit later. And here you can see there's a little pocket, maybe for a garage opener or a tool payment machine. LED height adjustment. You can see here the reset button for the trip computer. We do have adjustable steering column, all directions. We have powered seats on front, both driver and the front passenger. We have the tilt, no lumbar unfortunately, and no control for the up and down for the knee area. All it is a little bit extended and it looks great. We have small bolsters, bigger on the top. Seats are more or less comfortable, and they are perforated, and all the seats are heated. You can see the headrest and also a little bit bolsters here on the top. Now here is a big space. We have 2 USB-Cs for fast charging in media and a 12-volt power outlet. So that's easier to show from this angle, and you can see the bridge is kind of floating view at the top. Now let's hop in. Okay, closing sound. Excellent closing sound, good soundproof. Now let me switch to wireless. I already did film a point of view driving with no comments, more or less. And there's going to be separate a nice point of view driving review where I'm going to summon my impressions and my best fuel consumption result. So zooming back in. And now there is a little animation for Geely when it turns on, but I did unlock the car a few times and lock it, so I think the car skipped it. Okay, I will turn on the car because the sun is heating up the interior. You can hear the petrol. It's not super loud. It's a bit louder when it's cold start, but otherwise nice and quiet. Now you can see the start stop button right there. Now let's focus on the interior and the materials. We're going to start from the steering wheel. As always, we have a nice smooth leatherette and it's perforated on the sides. It's a 4-spoke, flat top and bottom. And now we have a little bit piano black on it, but the plus is it's not on the buttons, and we have nice and physical buttons. This one is from the distance, cruise control, enable, disable. We have the up and down for the speed. You can memorize here a favorite for different functions. You have here the voice commands, mute, although you can press this one for mute as well. This is for the volume, and you have here, if you press here, you can see like a music icon on the digital cockpit. Then this is for radio stations. You can see the frequency changing, and then if you press this one, this is for the volume. You can press to mute, same as this one. I'm not sure why you can press both, but you can. Mode is changing source from Bluetooth, USB, and so on. Okay, moving on. Before we actually get to the dash, just to show you here, we have the automatic lights. Keep them in auto. You can press this one for the fog light, turn signals, and here we have the wipers, they are automatic. This button is for the rear one. Now, this is covered by leather, nice and soft, contrast stitching. We have the air vents, same principle, close, open. We have ambient lights. Now this, do not put any of those scent pine trees thing they're soaked in, will just destroy this. So this has like a not smooth finish, but I forgot the word in English, but it's yeah, it's sensitive. This is softly padded. We have real stitches here, so it's not just like a plastic mold, and it's great, honestly. That's hard plastic on the very back end there. You can see we have also illuminated speakers. Now the A-pillars are not a huge problem, but they are thick. Now checking the rest, it looks very symmetrical. Design-wise, we have the vents there. You can press here. So if I remove this paperwork, you can see very spacious. We have some manuals in there. So great looking glove compartment. Now in the GK trim, I think this was in orange. These lines in the GF, they're gray. That's the only difference I spotted on a quick glance. A little focus here on the start stop once again. Now we have this vertical display, excellent resolution. I'm going to come back to it. We have two pads for your phone. The right one is wireless charger. Now we have the 7-speed automatic. Now it doesn't have the lock button that you have to press to go into gears. So this one is just like push forward, then you go through neutral, and then once again to reverse, and same if you want to go to drive. We have the park button, hazard button, electronic parking brake engages automatically. If you're not buckled in, sometimes it won't disengage, so you have to press it manually. We have this cover with two adjustable cup holders and a rubber mat at the bottom. Excellent. Now piano black, we all know the pros and cons. There is a little bit of it, but it's not too terrible. This is kind of soft, but it does not extend. It goes up, and as you can see here, we have a very, very spacious compartment underneath the armrest. We have also a AC vent, so you can see that's open and closed. Also, you can put your key fob here if inside battery is low, so you can start the car before you replace that. On the top, not to forget, we have a nice mirror. You can see further behind you, but it's a bit narrow. But you have parking sensors on the back. It shouldn't be a problem. Definitely with the cameras, you're gonna see parking this big SUV. Auto dimming only on the middle mirror, and it's spaceless looking premium. On the top, this is a blank. These are called touch lights. And here we have the documents folder on both sides. Here as well, we have the beauty mirror with the cold light that matches the interior lights. This does not extend, but it is nice and soft, same as the roof. And as you can see, there's no buttons, so to open the shade you need to use this one. So I'm gonna come back to this. Actually wait, I'll just do it immediately so I don't forget it. So we have the sunroof and we have the shade, so fully open. You can see now more light coming inside. Now it's going to be hot if it's sunny, so when you lock the car it will automatically close, as I've mentioned. You can see that, and of course you want to see that fully open, so let's open it up. So it doesn't really open too much, but it's enough. You have, of course, the wind deflector. Now I will close that up, and I'm gonna close the shade as well so you have less glare while I'm demonstrating the screen options. Okay, now let's just focus on the digital cockpit. Now please ignore the fuel consumption. I'm idling the car. It's of course very high. Okay, it is more or less informative but fixed information. You can press here the trip computer, so this is more realistic. We have the tire pressure. This is like instant fuel consumption, and this is the current trip. You can hold the reset button to reset it. You can see here ECA. That's a shortcut for some sort of safety ADAS features. If you press here, we have the ACC or the automatic cruise control. Now, something I want to note, not to forget, this car has a homologation for a small batch in the European market, so it does not have the pesky, annoying speed change or overspeed annoying sounds, so that's a huge plus for me personally. Now, with digital cockpit out of the way, let's focus on the main display. Now, let's demonstrate some music. Okay, mute it here. Now, good sound system. It's clear sound. The bass isn't too deep because we don't have the bass speaker. You can press here to hide that one. There is a pull down menu here. Here you have the driving modes. You have the ambient lights. I'm going to show you that at night. We have solid, gradient, or breathing colors. You can link them to driving modes. I believe you can control the brightness. You can switch them off if you don't like them. And here you have the clock screensaver. So that's that. You can press just to get out of that. You have the dark mode. So I've chosen the dark mode, or you have the light mode, but I think you're gonna agree that the dark mode looks way better, especially with the dark dash. So definitely better looking in my personal opinion. You can adjust the mirrors here, open the power tailgate, control the brightness. You can here choose different sound for the media or navigation and so on. You can control the brightness for the instrument cluster. It is tied to the lights for the buttons and footwell lights on the front. More on that in the night review. Here you can have automatic brightness and a lot of shortcuts that you can see on the screen, so I will not read all of them. That's the pull down menu. On the bottom you have the AC controls. If you press the fan, it brings up the classical menu. You have here all the heating options. You have here for the seat heating and steering wheel. You have also here settings, so you can see those. Now, if you press here, you have different apps. Now, I will also not read all of these. You can see sometimes you need to press twice the touchscreen. It's not always super responsive. I'm not sure why. Sometimes it works really great. Sometimes it's like it feels like it doesn't react at first. Here are all the settings. You can see these are just going down, so I'll just scroll through these. You can pause and read. And I will connect Apple CarPlay later. Android Auto is not supported, but you have an Auto Do app. I believe that was an app where you can mirror your phone. On the top, you can have a hotspot, or you can press here and add a Bluetooth device. If I go to the car shortcut, this is the full menu we have. So bear with me. It goes like through this list. So these are just like shortcuts, but I'm just gonna start from the very top. And here you can see shortcuts. This is Tesla-like menu, or something you have here on your smartphone, at least on Apple phones, or Apple phones or the iPhone. I personally love that, so it's kind of intuitive. You can see all of these, and so you can have tones for the touchscreen. I personally love to have those off. You can adjust the sound. Equalizer doesn't respond in real time when you're changing these. You need to change it and then press save, and then you hear the difference. So that really doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's the way they've made it. So we have the vehicle locking sound if you want that, maintenance info, and then vehicle info. You can see like the VIN number. vehicle conditioning, so like maintenance and so on. And then you can customize the favorite button. It can be mirror adjustment, driving mode, trunk open, or 360. Now, the maybe only lack of this is it's all on touchscreen. It doesn't have a lot of physical buttons, so that's why you can program this one. But otherwise, this is fine if you're into this modern stuff. And more or less, this is it. It's not very complicated infotainment. It looks great. Maybe if they do a little software update, I'm not sure if it's the screen. Like now, see, it just works great, but sometimes you saw it's just like it doesn't maybe always react to the first touch. That's the only con, maybe. Okay guys, I forgot to mention, but there is no RDS. You can see you can have favorites, but you don't have the name of the stations. There's no DAB, only FM and AM, and here you can choose different sources. You can see also hear music. You can see if someone's calling you here as well with their name, but no RDS, so no radio station names, just frequencies. Now, in order to connect Apple CarPlay, you go to Bluetooth, add a device, and you just start the pairing process. Also, you can name your car, but look at this, you even have the emojis. That's wow. Once you have connected the Apple CarPlay, you can tap the icon at the top or just go here, but I prefer, if you're in the home screen, just tapping here. Brings you in, you can press the Geely button to go back. Now, notice that the AC control gets hidden if you're in Apple CarPlay, so it should have been on the bottom, same as the other shortcuts. That's the only con. You have to get out in order to change the AC, but maybe that's not something you change often. The Apple CarPlay has the dark mode because I've selected the dark mode for this screen, but the navigation, that's Google in this case, has the light theme, and at night it will go to dark theme, but you can press here to have the full screen. But again, the AC controls are missing, and then you have to like get back. You can just actually swipe back, I guess, so that's something I just discovered. So I guess that's a big shortcut, so not a huge issue for this, because you can just stab back and get back into that real fast. So there you go. Okay, cutting in, if you want to go to reverse twice, and you can see here the resolution. So we have excellent resolution cameras, we have the rear parking sensors, and here you can change the cameras. You can also switch to 3D views, so it is amazing and works nice and fast. And when you use a turn signal, oops, wrong one. When you're driving, when you're in D, it should be engaging the cameras so you can see better surroundings. And that's it. I'm gonna wrap it up here. I'm not sure if I've showed you the height here. It's plenty of space on the front. Let's switch it off and let's jump out. It takes a little while to get used to this. I'm usually like reaching here, but this is something you're just gonna have a muscle memory. I just keep switching a lot of cars since I review cars, so that's something I've noticed. That might bother you like very early when you get the car, but you're gonna get used to that. Let's open it up. You need to push to the left. The bonnet is quite heavy. You need to use the little leg. Underneath it is the blue washer fluid reservoir, and here's the petrol cover. So that's that. I'm gonna let it drop. It closes perfectly, and that was the new beautiful Geely Cityray. If you like the video, you know what to do. Like, share, comment below. There's this new button you can press, I forgot the name, like boost or something. You can recommend my video in first 7 days, so it really helps me if you press that as well. And do check out the day point of view driving review, it's already up. Check out the separated upcoming night point of view driving review and night review or the night tour of the new Cityray. See you in the next one, stay safe, bye.